field was home to legends like Bellino and Staubach, the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, and home to the Midshipmen of Navy. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? The Mountaineers will put toe to leather and will get started. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mids offense will get the first crack at it here. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The option look. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. And the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo. They'll run play action. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Here comes the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Looking for a block. It's Hodges. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And Navy will go back on the attack. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down in that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
The give to the tailback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I did it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understand the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Getting some heat. Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Quarterback checking off. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Fires to the middle. He caught it. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Navy! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the Mountaineers headed quickly to the line.
This offensive line does such a good job communicating in their pass protection. You can see guys passing defenders off to one another, and that's why the quarterback had so much time to complete that throw deep downfield.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pressure. Lets it fly deep downfield. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Looking to throw it again. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Out of the end zone. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. And here comes the Navy offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. He'll ride his man on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They've been running it, but now the pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Looking downfield, it's Johns. It's complete to the left. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, midshipman. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Looking to move it through the air. He finds his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Mountaineers moving quickly to the line.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quickly to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And the Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
He'll toss it. Pirouettes through. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Always hard about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Coming after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Coming through that 3rd down completion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first hits at the 37. The brigade celebrating another first down, and that's really the way Navy's always done it. You can even think back to the great Napoleon McCallum, who ran through defenses at will.
Simple, but so disciplined, right? Like running the option year after year, you got to have discipline. Not surprising, Navy is always good at it because so many young men with such discipline, they can run a system and really just continue to methodically move the ball down the field.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Off he goes. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Navy! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He's going to pass. He's got an open man. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Finds his man. It's Shelton. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. They keep attacking through the air. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. On second down, looking again to throw. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And the Mountaineers are in the red zone.
As a defender, you use the sideline as the 12th man. That's another guy. You know the play stops there. He can't make a catch. Great job by the wide receiver, fighting for his space, catching the ball, and staying in bounds.
Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Navy will go back on the attack. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into a half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and come.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, midshipman! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just 9 seconds to go in the half. Let's see if they try to get another one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Bulls his way forward. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Navy will kick it deep to get the 2nd half underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some...
Brings it down on the right side. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. On the run, it's Weaver. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Now on the option. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Give to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll line up for a second down play. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Hodges. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He'll toss it. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Navy! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback ball. The 25-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. The Mountaineers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Movement here from the tight end.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Fast motion from the offense. Trying to get to him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back. That's caught. It's Ray. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Mountaineers have taken it inside the 20. Third down play from the gun. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Navy offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Wide open downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they're trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting at the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Across the 25, he's got room. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Going to try to get it himself. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go back to the air on second down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, midshipmen! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. And bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
Quick completion on the out.
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Well, At this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the...
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
They found a little open space. Unfortunately, it was in the wrong direction. 2nd and long coming up. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he... It's open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. He's loose. Touchdown, Navy! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They're bringing heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. And Navy will go back on the attack. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. On the ground, it's Weaver. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man on the right. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Quarterback on the keeper. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Shakes off the defender. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Hodges. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. On the option. Now the pitch. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out.